10 o'clock in the morning. Ms. Becker, do we have a quorum? Could you do the roll call, please?
Will do. Okay, Teresa Carruthers,
Present.
Mr. Coy, Mr. Colburn, Mr. Collins,
Present.
Mr. Contreras,
Here.
Cordell,
Here.
Mr. Fidel, Mr. Fields,
Fields here.
Ms. Gaines,
Yes.
Ms. Green,
Here.
Ms. Harris, here, Mr. Henderson, Mr. Jarman, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Kearns,
Kearns here.
Ms. Kelly, Mr. King,
Here.
Ms. Lee,
Here.
Mr. Long, Ms. McDonough, Mr. Napier,
Here.
Ms. Needham, Ms. Ramsey,
Here.
Mr. Rezzi,
Here.
Ms. Rambo,
Here.
Ms. Ross, Mr. Stanton, Ms. Stroud,
Here.
Ms. Taylor, Mr. Torres, Ms. Wilkins,
Here.
Ms. Atkins, Ms. Amy Flippin, Paulina,
Here.
Arredondo,
Here.
Mr. Avant, Mr. Bailey,
Bailey's here.
Ms. Batch, Ms. Baumann, Mr. Wokstrom,
Here.
Mr. Brady, Mr. Brandt, Mr. Briggs,
Here.
Mr. Lawton, Mr. Burns, Ms. Burrell,
We're all here.
Mr. Caballero,
Yes. 1:30.
Ms. Coffey, Caffrey,
Caffrey's here.
Mr. Caldwell, Ms. Carroll,
Here.
Mr. Thomas, Ms. Colorado, Mr. Cox, Mr. Davis,
Here.
Ms. Lima, Mr. Dukert,
Duggar?
Ms. Dombrowski, Mr. Duggar,
Duggar's here.
Mr. Ellison,
Here. Ellison here.
Mr. Ellsworth, Ellsroth, Ms. Fabello, Mr. Gage,
In attendance.
Ms. Gallahan,
Gallahan is here.
Mr. Gowan, Ms. Hanson,
Hanson here.
Ms. Harris, Deborah,
Here.
Mr. Harvey, Mr. Hemlick, Mr. Henry, Mr. Hermance,
Here.
Ms. Howard, Ms. Ingram,
Here.
Mr. Jellison, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Jones, Mr. King,
Mr. King here. Mr. King here.
Ms. Coster, Mr. Kraus, Mr. Kubiak, Mr. Langland, Mr. Lewis,
Lewis is here.
Mr. Lozano,
Here.
Ms. Christine, Lozano,
Lozano's here.
Miss Mastine, Mr. McBrien, Miss Michon, Miss Newton,
Here.
Miss Owen, Mr. Osborne,
Owen here.
Osborne's here.
Mr. Page, Miss Page, Miss Patton, Mr. Pfeiffer,
Here, Pfeiffer.
Mr. Program, Drew,
Drew's here.
Mr. Rego, Mr. Ramirez, Miss Ramsey, Lorraine, Mr. Rodriguez,
Here.
Mr. Ross,
Here.
Mr. Salvador,
Right here.
Mr. Steitzman,
Heisman is here.
Miss Smith, Mr. Stewart, Manny,
Yes, Manny is here.
Mary Taylor, Mr. Tarabi,
Harabi is here.
Mr. Verma,
Yes, here.
Mr. Visconti, Mr. Waddell,
Here.
Mr. Welder, Mr. Ward, Miss Lauren Vabel,
Here.
Mr. Whitfield.
Whitfield's here.
Okay. That's it.
Miss Becker, Fidel is here.
Colorado is here as well.
I'm sorry.
Stanton is here. I might have been on mute when I replied.
One at a time, please.
Stanton is here.
Stan. Thank you.
Fidel is here, Miss Becker.
I got you, man.
Thank you, ma'am.
Colorado is here.
Razaki is here.
Just a moment. Let me get to you. Colorado.
Yes,
Who's
Maria.
next?
There's canned milk in the drawer.
That it?
No, Miss Becker, Mr. Coy is here.
Okay, hold on. Okay,
Mr. Jarman is here.
okay.
Miss Betty Taylor is here.
Got her.
Mr. Ellsroth is here.
Hold on just a minute. Let me turn the page. Ellsroth, okay.
Miss Coster
Got it.
and Mr.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Becker. So this brings us to our public comment session. Mr. Sam Gentry, are you here? Mr. Gentry?
He's here. Mr. Gentry, please press #6 on your phone to unmute yourself.
Thanks, Ms. Martinez. Mr. Gentry?
Miss Becker Ward is here.
Okay, Mr. Ward, we'll get you. Mr. Gentry, can you, are you able to hear us? I can't hear you, sir.
Okay, I've done *6.
All right, you're ready. You have the floor, sir. Please continue.
Okay. I'm addressing y'all in regards to PID number 342042. And that's at property at 9102 Sedgemore Trail, 78748. protested for an in-person appearance before the ARB. There were repeated attempts to schedule me for phone protest instead of in person. I was first scheduled for a telephone protest on July 1, 2020. Finally was able to get an in-person scheduled on October 1st of 2020 at 11:10 a.m. I drove in from Burnett County and was there on time, called in to be told that the ARB was only doing phone protests. Made numerous phone calls to complain about not being notified of this change and attempting to find out who should have contacted me to notify me. Was eventually told that this was ARB staff's responsibility. Now, since that time, and was told that I would be rescheduled at some undetermined date in the future. Hadn't heard from nobody, and would just like for y'all to know that. And there was I had received a registered letter about that protest, so it wouldn't a matter of the ARB not having, should have had knowledge that I was scheduled for an in-person at that time. Was told that I just kind of fell through the cracks and heard some bureaucratic apologies for that. But like I say, I drove in from Burnett County. I wasted 4 hours of my time on that day, not including the numerous phone calls that I made in regards to that. Now, it used to be, I've owned investment property here in Travis County since 1978 and have appeared, at informal protests for years and years, normally being able to get my stuff scheduled, taken care of at the informal meeting. Now, for some reason, y'all chosen not to do those informal meetings anymore. So it go before the ARB. It used to be that ARB public's protests were public. Are they still? And how would one attend one? Can you also attend phone protests? How would one attend one? Can you also attend phone protests? That's all I've got to say.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate your comments. All right. We'll move on to number 4, discussion and possible action on the minutes from October 30th, 2020. May I have a motion, please?
Yes, sir. I move to approve the minutes from the TARB meeting held on October 30th, 2020. That completes my motion.
Mr. Fields, thank you. May I have a second?
Seconds the
motion.
Who wants to get, who was it? Who second?
Kelly seconds the motion.
All right, thanks, Ms. Kelly.
Good job, Kendall.
Thanks.
Is there any discussion? All right, may I have a vote, please?
Becker votes yes. Ms. Carruthers?
Aye.
Mr. Coy?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Contreras,
Yes.
Mr. Cordell,
Yes.
Mr. Fidel,
Yes.
Mr. Fields,
yes,
Miss Gaines,
Yes.
Miss Green,
Yes.
Miss Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Jarman,
Yes.
Mr. Kearns,
Yes.
Miss Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Miss Lee,
Yes.
Mr. Napier,
Yes.
Miss Needham, Miss Ramsey,
Yes.
Mr. Rezik,
Yes.
Miss Rambo,
Yes.
Mr. Stanton,
Yes.
Miss Stroud,
Yes.
Miss Taylor, Miss Wilkins.
Yes.
Thank you, it's passed.
All right, motion carries. Number 5, discussion and possible action on TAB panel recommendations made during the hearings held beginning 11/2/2020 to 11/19/2020, including PID 512303 held on 7/24/2020 and PID 920886 held on 11/2/2020, for which a procedural error occurred during the hearing and will be reopened. May I have a motion, please?
Yes, I move for the days listed that the TARB panel decisions be approved and that hearings scheduled but not held because of a failure to appear be determined forfeited. Forfeiture for failure to appear will result in no change of the value determined by the appraisal district. Included PID 512303 held on 7/24/2020 and PID 920886 held on 11/2/2020, for which a procedural error occurred during the hearings and will be reopened.
Thank you, Mr. Jarman. May I have a second?
Second, Lewis.
Mr. Lewis. Is there any discussion? All right, may I have a vote, please?
Becker, yes. Miss Carruthers,
Yes.
Mr. Coy,
Yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Mr. Contreras,
Yes.
Mr. Cordell,
Yes.
Mr. Fidel,
Yes.
Mr. Fields,
yes,
Miss Gaines,
Yes.
Miss Green,
Yes.
Miss Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Jarman,
Yes.
Mr. Kearns,
Yes.
Miss Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Miss Lee,
Yes.
Mr. Napier,
Yes.
Miss Needham, Miss Ramsey,
Yes.
Mr. Rezik,
Yes.
Miss Rambo,
Yes.
Mr. Stanton,
Yes.
Miss Stroud,
Yes.
Miss Taylor, Miss Wilkins,
Yes.
passed.
Thank you. Number 6 is discussion and possible action on the following panel decisions previously approved by a quorum of the board. PID 333513, 220758, 241198, 374352, 427921, 370828, 464759, 344240, 517670, 528729, 906304, 300248, 119749, 242349, 522735, 419492, 784890, 293776, 774614, 836143, 852363, 290837, 378516, 443242, 222836, 219263, 506-856, 720-279, for which a procedural error occurred during the hearing and will be reopened. May I have a motion, please?
I move for the following panel decisions previously approved by quorum of the TARB be rescinded and reopened. PID number 333-513, number 220-758, number 241-198, number 374-352, number 427-921, number 370-828, number 464-759, number 334-240, number 517-670, number 528-729, number 906-304, number 300-248, number 119-749, number 242-349, number 522-735, number 419-492, number 784-890, number 293-776, number 774-614, number 836-143, number 852-363, number 290-837, number 378-516, number 443-242, number 222-836, number 219-263, number 506-856, and lastly, number 720-279, for which a procedural error occurred during the hearing and will be reopened. That concludes my motion.
Thank you, Mr. Stanton. May I have a second?
Seconds.
Contreras second.
Who wants it?
Contreras won.
All right.
Becker, yes. Ms. Carruthers,
Carruthers, yes.
Mr. Coy,
Yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Mr. Contreras,
Yes.
Mr. Cordell,
Yes.
Mr. Fidel,
Yes.
Mr. Fields,
yes,
Ms. Gaines,
Yes.
Ms. Green,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Jarman,
Yes.
Mr. Kearns,
Yes.
Ms. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Ms. Lee,
Yes.
Mr. Napier,
Yes.
Ms. Needham, Ms. Ramsey,
Yes.
Mr. Razik,
Yes.
Ms. Rambo,
Yes.
Mr. Stanton,
Yes.
Ms. Stroud,
Yes.
Ms. Taylor, Ms. Wilkins.
Yes.
It passed.
All right. Thank you.
Nobody asked me?
Who was that?
Salvador.
You're not a regular member, so you don't have a vote. You're not able to vote.
Oh.
You're irregular.
We can't end on
I
that.
said that, Mr. Cordell.
That's not acceptable. All right. I'd like to tell everybody happy Thanksgiving and thanks for all your effort this year. That's off script, but that's on the record. Everybody's done a very good job and worked really hard this year, and I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. I need to have I move to adjourn. May I have a motion, please?
King moves we adjourn.
All right. And second.
Second. Contreras.
All right. Do we need to take a vote, Sally?
No.
Green, second.
Okay.
All those in favor signify by disconnecting.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye, y'all.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
John wants to wish everybody happy holidays.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You guys.
Bye, everybody. Good to see you. Bye.
Happy holidays, everybody. Jarman.
Don't eat too much.
Take care, Mr.
Why
Jarman.
not?